Immortal Women, Part 1. Florence Nightingale. On a cool spring night, on May 12, 1820, a baby girl was born in the heart of Florence, Italy. Her parents, inspired by the beauty of the city, named her Florence Nightingale. No one could have imagined that this delicate child would one day revolutionize healthcare and become known as the Lady with a Lamp. A childhood of curiosity and purpose. Florence was born into a wealthy British family that valued education and culture. Unlike most girls of her time, who were expected to marry well and manage a household, she had different dreams. From a young age, she was drawn to the suffering of the poor and the sick. While other young women attended grand balls and social events, Florence spent her time studying mathematics, statistics, and medicine. One day, she stunned her family by declaring, "God has called me to a purpose. I will become a nurse." Her family was horrified. Nursing was not considered a respectable profession for a woman of her status. But Florence was determined. She secretly studied nursing in Germany and began working in hospitals, learning firsthand about disease, hygiene, and patient care. Fire the Crimean War. The birth of a legend. In 1853, war erupted in Crimea, and British soldiers were dying, not from battle wounds but from disease and neglect. The hospitals were filthy, food was scarce, and there was little medical care. The British government turned to Florence Nightingale, hoping she could change the situation. With a team of 38 nurses, she traveled to Selimiye barracks in Üsküdar, Ottoman Empire, modern-day Turkey. What she found was horrifying. Wounded men lying in their own filth, rats running through the halls, and a death rate of 42%. She took charge immediately. "First we clean, then we heal," she ordered. She introduced strict hygiene rules, ensured soldiers were well fed, and implemented proper medical care. Within months, the mortality rate dropped to just 2%. At night, when the battles had ended, Florence would walk through the hospital corridors with a small oil lamp in her hands, checking on her patients. Soldiers, seeing her gentle figure glowing in the dim light, whispered in awe, "The Lady with the Lamp has come." Her tireless efforts turned her into a symbol of hope and compassion. Trophy awards and honors. A life of recognition. Heavy checkmark Royal Red Cross Medal, 1883. Awarded by Queen Victoria for her extraordinary service in nursing. Heavy checkmark Order of Merit, 1907. She became the first woman in British history to receive this prestigious honor. Heavy checkmark Ottoman Empire Medal, Crimean War Era. Awarded by Sultan Abdülmecid I for her work saving both British and Ottoman soldiers. Heavy checkmark Order of St. George, Russia, 1856. Given by Russia in gratitude for her humanitarian efforts. Heavy checkmark American Recognition Medal. Honored by the U.S. government for her contributions to healthcare. Hospital. Her lasting impact on medicine. Heavy checkmark Founder of modern nursing. Established the Nightingale Training School for nurses in 1860, making nursing a professional and respected field. Heavy checkmark Improved hospital sanitation. Introduced strict hygiene and sterilization rules that are still used today. Heavy checkmark Pioneered medical statistics. Used statistical analysis to prove that proper hygiene saved lives, influencing hospital policies worldwide. Heavy checkmark Revolutionized public health. Advocated for cleaner water, better sewage systems, and improved hospital designs. Heavy checkmark Inspired millions. Her work changed the way people viewed healthcare, inspiring future generations of doctors and nurses. Light bulb: the legacy of the lady with the lamp. Florence Nightingale spent her later years continuing her work, writing books, and advising governments on healthcare. Even when illness confined her to her bed, she never stopped making a difference. She passed away peacefully in 1910, at the age of 90, leaving behind a legacy that still shines today. Her greatest achievement: the millions of nurses, doctors, and caregivers who continue her mission of healing. Sparkles: the lady with the lamp's light never faded. It simply passed into the hands of those who followed her. Sparkles. Fro.